So the Netflix show
Love is blind. You know,
from the room, Love is Blind. Netflix show Love is Blind attempts to push woke degeneracy as Sara Carton left her fiance at the altar for not embracing wokeness. Are people still watching shows like this? Like, aren't these shows fake to begin with? Like, here they are, about to get married, and she just now decides to tell him that, oh yeah, you're not woke enough for me? When you had how many episodes or whatever leading up to this where you could have done that, but they didn't, because that wouldn't be good for ratings now, would it? So it's like what's the show? Oh my god, what's it? The 90-Day Fiancé, I think it's called, with again constant drama and stuff like that. And it's all just pretty much drummed up for the show. But people are still apparently crazy about this kind of television, even though it's clearly fake. But one of Netflix's most watched television programs, Love is Blind, uh, boldly attempted to push wokeness by having Sara Carton leave her fiance Ben Mazenga at the altar because he did not embrace woke ideology. It's just, you're just not feminist enough for me. Would you consider growing a man bun? The show, which was the 5th most watched show on Netflix over the past week and has been in the top 10 for 3 weeks, depicted Carton dumping Mazenga at the altar and informing her mother the reason why was because he was not woke enough. She doesn't use those words particularly, but it's the same sentiment. In a clip, says, I love you so much, but I've always wanted a partner to be on the same wavelength, and so today I can't. You know what they say, love is blind. Let's go eat, huh? Speaking to her mother and sister after leaving the building, Carton explained why she decided to dump him. I remember I asked him about Black Lives Matter, and I'm no expert, but when I was kid about him, am I having a stroke? But when I was kid him about it, he was like, I guess I never really thought too much about it. That affected me, especially in our own city. How could it not? How did it not make you think about something? Because not everyone has to be political and care about stuff like that. It is okay to be, like, not into politics. People do know this, right? She continued, I asked him too, like, what his church's views are, and he said he didn't know. So then I watched a sermon online from his church about sexual identity, and it was traditional. I told that to Ben. He doesn't really have much to say about it. I want someone to think about that stuff. Why? Why? Still later speaking to the producers of the show, she declared, sometimes I did wonder if it was surface fun, carefree love with what we had, equality, religion, the vaccine, right? As noted by Sarah Stock, this is propaganda to convince men that they need to be liberal losers or they'll be unloved. I'm perfectly fine with being unloved. I'm perfectly fine with it. I don't trust anyone nowadays. I fucking don't trust anyone. So I'm perfectly fine being a big, fat, ugly, lonely loser. I'm perfectly fine with it. Now it's like, oh, you're an incel. No, incels are people who hate those in relationships. I don't hate anyone in relationships. I don't hate women. I just prefer to keep to myself. I'm just, I just, at this point in my life, I'm pushing 40 years old. There's just no point. There's no point. So, far from being an incels hate people who are dating. It's like, why is everyone together but me? Why do the girls go for all the lame jocks? And no, I really don't care. If you want to date and fuck and this and go ahead. I just I just prefer to be by myself. Um Likely the reverse. How many men are actually watching this trash? It wants women to expect men to be ungodly leftist degenerates. But then the women will complain like, "Why are there no good men?" Well, I don't know, because you're lowering your standards. Lowering your standards to people who want promiscuity, rather than traditional relationships. I'm just saying. In fact, as Breitbart's Alana Mastangelo noted, a previous episode of the show depicted Carton's sister and her disordered lesbian girlfriend lecturing Mazenga regarding the church he attended. The girlfriend, named Kelsey, said, "Can we pause for a second? I hate the word acceptance, because it's like there's nothing wrong with us that you have to accept. And I quite frankly don't give a fuck if other people will accept me, because I have to accept you every goddamn day." Right, you don't care. They all say that until they start filming themselves in their cars on TikTok, like, "Oh my god, why does no one accept me?" Um, she later added, "How you view and how you vote matter, and there are things that we have to consider that you guys don't. So I'm not coming for you, but there's people that are fiscally conservative and socially liberal that probably votes different than you, and that impacts your rights. I think you guys need to have a serious conversation about politics, because he's in a different privileged bucket than you're in. And this is why I just prefer to stay by myself. Don't really want I just don't want to deal with it with anyone. Just with anyone. If everyone's in happy relationships, great. That's awesome. I'm glad people will find someone. I don't care. I don't care. You know? I'm perfectly fine being a fat, ugly, unloved loser. So I don't with the way people are nowadays, I don't feel like dealing with it. I just don't feel like dealing with it. Um it's more than likely this relationship is much more scripted than what the show lets on. Is clearly done to influence its viewers into adopting disordered and immoral views, and to demand those some vices in others. Yeah, it's obviously scripted to a degree, because again, it's like, oh well, I don't think I can marry you. It's like, well, why don't you say that beforehand? Why? Because that wouldn't have been good for the views. You know what is good for views and ratings? Getting to the altar, about to get married, and then saying, "Oh, I don't think I can do this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Goodbye." Because everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my god, did you see what she did? They were about to get married and she left because she oh my." That's why. That's why. It's scripted. Um In fact, Carton implied as much as when she told People that she found Mazanga's suggestion that they should maintain the relationship disrespectful, because she had talked to him multiple times preparing him for being dumped at the altar. "I was shocked about that," she said. "Ultimately, me and Ben um, talked multiple times before the wedding of discussing is the safest wait. Me and Ben talked multiple times before the wedding of discussing, is this the safest decision for us? Is this the smartest decision for us? We really need to talk about that. Let's talk about that. Good mythical morning. Well, that was completely randomly and just randomly thrown in there. Um, and so here we are on the same page, and he knew coming in what I was going to say. Say what you need to say. Ooh, what you say? Oh my God! Stop the references, John. Um, and so when he asked that, I wasn't shocked he wanted to do that or be together still after, but I was shocked he asked that at the altar, knowing the circumstance of where we are here to say yes or no. And also just with the whole entire concept of you walk away forever, I was like, that's disrespectful in a way, and what we signed up for, and the whole entire point of why we're here. And so I was shocked he asked that there. The promotion of immorality and disordered behaviors is in direct contrast to what media should be doing. Yeah, we said that before. Actually, a few other articles about Pope Paul. He explained that's necessary because its influence can be so great that men, especially if they are unprepared, can scarcely become aware of it, govern its impact, or, if necessary, reject it. Painfully average 5 out of 10 turns you down right before you jump off the cliff called marriage. You dodged a rainbow bullet for sure. I mean, this is somewhat realistic considering women being natural leftists and trend followers. Carton is borderline crazy cat lady. No man should have to accept degeneracy in his life. The dude is better off. But, like, it's mostly scripted, so that's like believing anything you see in wrestling. You know, that's like believing the WWE stuff is real. It's not. It's not. Again, she could have, she said they talked about it, so he already knew that it was like, oh yeah, this is gonna happen. But they could have shown them talking about it or had a breakup or whatever before that. But no, that's not good for ratings. If we want people to start talking, really talk about the show, they're gonna let them get to the altar, and then she's gonna be like, I can't do this. I'm sorry. Maybe if you just drink some more Soylent and just grow a man bun, maybe we can make this work. But I'm sorry, I can't. I can't. I still love you, but I just can't do this. I'm fine, guys. I'm fine. I'm fine. Just really, I'm fine. And she does say that. She's walking out like, I'm fine. Really, I'm fine. This is like the crap that you expect to see like on MTV. Remember when MTV was good for like 5 years? And then it was just like nothing but shitty fucking reality shows. Yeah. And the fact that reality shows are still big, even though they're so scripted, and apparently doing this stuff now, it's like, sorry, you're just not much of a feminist, and I can't. I'm sorry. I saw your church's sermons, and they're just too traditional. I can't. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm fine. I'm fine, guys. I'm fine. Really, I'm fine. I just feel numb right now. I've become so numb. But anyway. But that's what TV is now. TV and whatever else. Just scripted bull crap. It's just scripted bull crap. Like I said, it's kind of like 90 Day Fiancé or really any reality show. There's already like a clear winner of who, before the end, and things are scripted. And but anyway, let me know if you watch this show. Let me know. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.